Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A few days ago I made a video regarding the Ukrainians not reporting the number of the drones the Russians launched or the number of drones the Ukrainians alleged they downed, they destroyed. That was because it was a pattern of about 3 days when they didn't do that. So I said, maybe they are just hiding something right now. They don't have to mention it anymore. Well, nevertheless, they started doing it again. So that is, they give us the number of the Russian drones launched and the number of drones destroyed by the Ukrainians. So we have here, I don't know how long this will last, which is giving us the numbers. I have two articles talking about the attack, and then I would like to show you how these guys are actually, I would say, lying. Why? I will show you in the video. So let's start with the first video where they tell us the exact number right here, the new voice of Ukraine. Ukrainian air defense takes out 41 of 46 kamikaze drones in Russia's latest overnight assault. This article comes from December 6th, 2023. So remember, that's 5 drones that somehow were capable of doing something. Now, if we are to agree with the Ukrainians' reports on Russian lack of accuracy in their hitting the targets, I think at one point they said that they hit like 25% or 20% at the maximum. So out of 5 drones, let's say 1 to 2 drones really hit the target. That means the damage should be, a drone carries what? Between 20 and 40 kilograms or 50 kilograms of explosive. That is about 100-pound max of explosive. Now you can imagine that's much less than a missile or a certain kind of rocket. So, but the damage is even more. What I'm trying to say, I'm going to show you an article here where the damage is like this, reported by the Ukrainians, and then the number of Russian drones that possibly hit the target is like this, which is kind of like, I'll let you be the judge. Let's go and read what these guys are saying. Ukraine's air defense managed to neutralize 41 of the 46 Shahed kamikaze drones Russian occupying forces launched on Ukraine overnight on December 6th, Ukraine's air forces announced on the Telegram today. The drones were launched from 2 places in the coordinated attack, Cape Chauda in Crimea and Kursk Oblast in Russia. So we're going to show you here where Kursk and Chauda, Cape Chauda is. Ready, set, and I hope this works. It is. So first we're going to go to Kursk. Kursk is right here in kind of northeast of Ukraine. This is the Kursk, where that famous tank battle in the Second World War took place between the Germans, Panzerdivisionen, and the Soviets. And the other one, Cape Chauda, is in the Crimean Peninsula right here. If I remember correctly, is right here in the east. And this area is one in this area by Fedosia, not by Fedosia, is one of these things here. Now, this versus the south and north. Now, let's see what else these guys are telling us about the attacks. To counter this airborne threat, the Ukrainian Air Force swiftly responded by deploying fighter aircraft, anti-aircraft missile units, and mobilizing fire groups from the Ukrainian armed forces. Well, they don't tell us what they did. Oh yeah, they did. They did? No, they didn't. Well, they did, they didn't, they didn't. Let's see. They give us any... They don't tell us where they attacked. Maybe the next article coming from Ukrinform, and this again from the 6th of December 2023. 41 enemy drones downed over Ukraine last night. The same, they said they were launched from wherever they said, but they said there were 48, with 48 Shahed loitering munition from 2 directions. So the other guy said 46, this guy's 48. Let's see what the time is. 3:30 a.m. and these guys are 8:20 a.m. Okay, they had time to, get more information about how many. And they said they destroyed 41. So then we have 7 drones that possibly, so that means 2 to 3 maximum hit the targets. Obviously, I'm just using their data, not mine. So let's see where they hit. Anything? No, they don't give us any information on what they destroyed. But no worries. I have here another article coming from from Ukrinform, where they tell us what settlements remained without electricity. So those 3 drones managed to cause a lot of damage. No electricity in about 30 settlements in Ukraine. 3 drones. Or 7, if you want to call it debris, but debris do not really do that. Debris, no, they fall, but if you hit them before they reach the target, it's kind of like the odds are very, very slim that the debris fall exactly on, I don't know, power generators or power lines that come from a specific location and so on. So when they say, well, it's because of the debris caused that, I don't believe that, because the odds are very slim. Remember when that Ukrainian missile, I think it was an S-200, if I remember correctly, 200 or 300, hit those unfortunate poles in Poland. Remember when the Russians started attack from the north, launched down missiles, and the Ukrainians defended, and supposedly that rocket just missed and fell on those 2 peasants driving that tractor. Now, what are the odds of that? I don't believe that. I looked over the map. The village has about 15 houses. The village, and to have someone on the road with a little tractor, I don't know if it has horses or it was with a tractor with a trailer behind, and you hit exactly that target, you know how impossible that is? Look around where that missile could have just fallen. I don't think that was just a coincidence. What do you mean? What do you mean? That reminds me of reincarnation. It was a reincarnation. It was a I can't remember who it was. Tyson de Shimaru, maybe. But anyway, they were talking about reincarnation, and it said that to stop the cycle of samsara, the reincarnation cycle, I think that's how it's called, samsara. I don't think, I know. And you have to, and you in order to evolve, so you have to do good things in life, and doing the good things, you're gonna reincarnate in that's how they call it, better, more complex, superior entity, being, like from, I don't know, a little bug, then you become a rat, after a rat you become a tiger, after tiger you become an eagle, if that would be, a superior, whatever, and then you become a human being. I was about to say man. Well, a human being, and then you become a man. Anyway, so they said that in order for someone to break the ceiling from animals, as we call them animals, even though we are animals, but you know what I mean. The rest of animals and humans is like you throw a little, how do you call that? Man, like a ring. I don't know how you call it when you have someone in the water and he's trying to. What is that? Jesus Christ! Let me think about it. My God. All right, I couldn't find but this. I don't know how you call that in English. Jesus Christ, and I don't have time to look for it. Jesus Christ. How is that called? Jesus Christ. I have one, so I drag it after me when I swim, so the boats don't hit me. How do you call the flamingo, the inflatable, Jesus Christ. I don't know how you call that. Anyway, floating something. So the chances that you become a human being from that level is like you just tossed one of those rings in the water in an ocean, and a frog, the frog out in the seaside, in the sea, or a fish just jumps through it. So these are the odds. The same thing with that missile or rocket hitting those poles on a tractor in the middle of nowhere. That was the odds. That's why I don't believe that. It was a coincidence. I think they did it. It was a false flag operation. They tried to blame the Russians because they immediately said it was the Russians. And then the guy said, oh, take it easy. No. You're not going to get NATO into direct confrontation with Russia. That was a mild attempt. So let's go back to this article from Ukrinform, where they say no electricity in 30 settlements in the-occupied Kherson region due to enemy shelling. In the de-occupied Kherson region, 188 settlements have electricity, 30 cannot be connected to the power supply due to shelling, and 10 settlements are currently without people. So Kherson is right here in the south by Crimean Peninsula. So if they started a drone attack from this area right here, they flew and they hit here in Kherson. The occupied Kherson is this area. And occupied Kherson, they say, is on the left bank of the Dnieper River. Let's see what else. This guy says that Kherson Regional Military Administration said this in a briefing. Okay, 188 out of 228 have electricity. Pam, pam, pam. Let's see anything. That's it. Just Kherson. It says, as reported in the fall of... Okay, that's not what it is. They don't say anything else. So then why did the Russians... Where are these drones launched from Kursk? Where did they land? Did you tell me these guys launched from here to go down here? The whole territory here? Well, again, it's okay. It's okay. I'm happy with how much information these guys give me, because I don't believe much of it anyway. For instance, when they tell me 48 drones, probably depends on where Ukraine is with the aid. They will exaggerate it or they will minimize it. So maximize or minimize. If let's say the Ukrainians need more air defenses, and they always need air defenses, and they tell the Americans, you need to give us because children are dying, and they frame it that way, they're going to say there were 1,000 drones. I'm exaggerating. 1,000 drones attack us and we can destroy them. Or we have some defense mechanism because of you, so give us more. And then they exaggerate, so they show you how desperately they need their air defense systems, which is true to a certain extent. And then when they have to say, hey, see, your air defense systems work, they're going to say, well, the Russians launched this many because they're afraid, because our defense systems are so good that they understand they have no chance. Therefore, give us some more, or hey, see, thank you for giving us, give us in the future because they work. It depends. That's why, when they say 41 out of 48, I doubt that, but I don't care. It's just, they tell me 30 settlements. Probably there's more than 30 settlements. Again, depending on what kind of message they want to send in the next articles, which is 30, that means 30, they can say it's a lot, therefore give us more air defense. Or they say, well, only 30, it depends on how they spin it. Only 30, that means, see, your air defenses that you provided us as aid work, saving children's life. And if you don't give us, the children die because of you. That's the whole garbage toddler mentality, kindergarten slap mentality. So, but it works. Why? Because you have a lot of people in our society, and all societies, that as Albert Einstein, and I'm covered because it's Albert Einstein. I think he said that at least 99% of the human population has the brain as an appendix. They don't need it. Just the backbone would be sufficient to them. So yeah, you can go to this kind of empathetic feelings to make policies and decisions, which are wrong. Anyway, you don't make justice based on empathy. All right, you make on clear mind, objectivity, logic, evidence. I'm empathetic. You should go to, and the other one go over there because I feel that you are guilty. Okay, if you're gonna go back to caves, go ahead, but we should take them to the side and say, hey, cut it off, baby doll, go. Words have meaning. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.